Tuli Thank you so much. The project, we have seen to it that there is great work going on within Banjul, and there are a lot of roads constructed or some are under construction, and the sewage system, we have seen to it that they are clearing the drainage, and um, and they are working on the sewage as well. Um, I think after the completion of the project is going to be a great beneficiary to the people of Banjul and the country at large. Though there are challenges, we really need serious attitudinal change in terms of how to dispose our waste, because we have seen to it that the drainage is used as a dustbin, which is unaccepted. But I believe Gay Construction will work hand in glove with BCC to ensure that after all this great job, there is kind of sustainability or maintenance, how to ensure that the work will be monitored, and so that people change their attitude to take responsibility, to know that this is Banjul. If it is messed up, it's going to affect the entire nation. We are so much disheartened with the way people are treating the environment. So I believe with the great work that the Gay Construction is doing with the roads, so it's going to give easy access to people to move, within Banjul around. It's going to promote trade also, the business. Banjul is the heart of the Gambia. So if Banjul is not taken care of, the whole country is going to suffer. So we are really, motivated, though there are a series of challenges which we put to Gay himself to ensure that let him have, qualified people to do the job, let him have the quality material for the job, so that it will be sustainable at the end of the day. And which he promised us that, the expertise is there, and they are going to ensure that, anything put on the road is tested, to satisfaction before it's used on the road.
In your opinion, what are some of the critical areas that you think needs to be looked into in order to sort out?
Yeah, the critical thing is how to ensure that the drainage, the drainage is a critical concern, because, we have been seeing all along when it rains in Banjul, water doesn't move, it stays at one place. We want water to be, easily let out, to get out of Banjul, and which we have seen step is taken, though it's not proper, it's not finished, but they promise, they are going to have a wall, around it so that water will easily pass.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My question will be, as today,
Expectations are to see to it that there is value for money in the projects. The projects are owned, people show ownership to the project. It's high time we all know that whatever is done is taxpayers' money that is going into. And therefore, all of us should have serve as monitors to know that whatever the government is doing is our government, and is our money that is going into it. The money is not coming from individual pocket, but it's taxpayers' money. So we must be, responsible and to ensure that it serves for its purpose.
what's your rate of satisfaction towards the BCC road?
The BCC road also, we are so much impressed with what the BCC is doing, and though we will recommend that let there be strong monitoring, and let them also engage NRA in whatever road they are constructing. Because the reason why we are talking about NRA is the institution that is mandated to monitor the construction of roads in this country. So if NRA is empowered, if NRA is involved, we believe that there will be proper work done in terms of road construction in this country. So our recommendation to BCC is to engage the relevant authorities in whatever they are doing. But we are really impressed with the work that they are also doing in Banjul. Thank you.
progressing. And this will give them the opportunity to better understand why are we saying these things. And the misconception that is going around that this international conference center is lodged at a place which has sent out the monkeys from the monkey part. For those, because Gambians don't know their environment. I have been with ITC for 15 years, and I know the demarcation, and I know where they are. So I know that the monkey park has not been touched. These premises here is international certain centers place, and it has been given to them, though it was leased, but because of a national issue, they had to give it to the government of the Gambia. So those misconceptions need to be cleared, and people need to know. And I think it is also important that as a ministry, you also update, now that you know the existence of the Project Monitoring Committee of the National Assembly, which is mandated by the Constitution to go and look at all the works that the government of the Gambia has contracted and is doing. Because most of these monies, even as a grant, your salaries and everything, counterpart funding is coming from the taxpayers' money. So they need to know about it, and we need to show the quality of the work that is doing. So I think that information sharing is also very important, and make sure that all the key stakeholders are put on top of the things and issues so that they are able to better understand their part, like the Forestry Department, the National Environment Agency, which have to give you impact assessment certificates at an interval of, I don't know, 12 months or maximum. So all those things have to be clear to the people. On behalf of the committee, I want to take this opportunity to thank you and the ministry, and also for you. We need people like you, young people, who are very much committed, dedicated to the nation. That's very important, and then so that people can also, and I think you also need to showcase the work that you are doing so that young people can be motivated to go into engineering works that is going to really help the Gambian people and also the populace. So on that note, on behalf of my able chairperson and all my colleagues here, we want to profoundly thank the ministry and all our collaborators, and also the government of the People's Republic of China for coming up with this big initiative for the Gambian people. Thank you.
Initially, we signed this contract in 2016, wherein we started mobilizing, and then we had the change of the political impasse, and we were stopped during that time. And we remobilized again in 6 months. Afterwards, we had some design challenge which had to be provided by the client, and that was mitigated later on by the Ministry of Higher Education on 22nd of February 2018. We started getting on together with those works, and later on in the month of August, there were some MEP schedules which had to be provided by the designer, which could not be completed. Unfortunately, this was, catapult with the delay in payments against approximately $7 million, which was payable to Shapurji, and due to which the project got delayed. And now things, wherever areas are available, we are trying to muster up the maximum possible, and we are trying to work on areas wherever funds are available to us.
Is the 7 million you're talking about, is it paid to your company?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. It is due from the donors, and we look forward for government in resolving this issue as soon as possible.
Who are the donors responsible for this payment?
They are the 5 groups which are involved in the Saudi Fund, the Kuwaiti, Badia, OFID, and the government of the Gambia.
So presently, without funds, how are you managing with the construction, considering the number of employees you are employing at the moment?
Well, we are struggling, but nonetheless, we can't just leave the site, and we have to continue because unfortunately it is for the development of the Gambia, and we want to contribute the maximum possible as Shapurji, and we are trying our best to maintain, but nonetheless, we really look forward to the government to assist us, to help us in getting this resolved as soon as possible.
With the funds not coming as expected, do you expect to complete the construction on the due date?
Well, it will be very challenging. I don't think so it will be possible for any company, any contracting company, any construction company to go ahead without funds. So I think most important is for the government to look forward how best they can assist and get these funds available to us so that we can complete the project within the stipulated time. In case the funds are in place, we'll be able to complete the project in March 2021.
Is your company transacting or processing this thing with the government to make sure that the funds are available and on time?
We have been interacting with the government, with the Ministry of Higher Education and different departments, Ministry of Works. And since we have been writing to them, lots of correspondence have exchanged. And we have been assured in quite a few, we have been assured quite a number of times that this will be deblocked and will be available. I'm sure the Ministry of Higher Education, the PCU are working on it to get this sorted out as soon as possible.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So to come and monitor, it's part of our mandate to monitor the infrastructural projects that is taking place within the country. And Kerewane in Jawara is one of those projects. So the select committee, we are here with our honorable men and women and journalists and our clerks from the Office of the Parliament. So we are out to see the level of implementation, your challenges, and your expected time to complete the work, and how whether there is value for money. You know, how important this particular road is to the people living in this area. How well are they going to be connected? So we thank you for the welcome that you have given to us.
Thank you very much, Honorable. We first introduce the contractor. My name is Jonas Ajamai, work for Cityscape Associates, supervision consultant on this project. Of Kiriwan in Jawara Road. It's 9.6 kilometers. It's a joint venture between Chinogam Company Limited and Oversight Engineering. We have here Chinogam, we have here Oversight. We have UNOPS as the implementing agency, and we are the project manager for the consultants also here. The project is a 9-month project. Then we have the defect liability period of 6 months. We are currently 6 months in a project. The contract sum is 459,543.45 in dollars, USD. The contract sum is 459. Yes, 543.45. That's the dollars. That's the general sum. But the civil works, sum for the civil.
Almost 45,950
Yes. 459,000 dollars. And the civil work is 442,878. Looking at the stretch, a kilometer may be taken as 46,000 per kilometer for this road. We have the scope of works that's been written in the leaflet you're holding. Yeah, you can go over that, we'll skip it. Yeah. Completed activities, site clearing is completed, topsoil removal, road bed preparation, sub-base 1, sub-base 2. Outstanding works now is wiring course, drainage structures, and then road furniture. The contractor is here to start the last layer, which is the wiring course, which will be started by Monday. And the hydraulic structure, we have the main hydraulic structures are drifts. We have 4 main drifts. We have the locations in the leaflets.